Do you think
and
people can be deceived?
I think women play dumb a lot.
Oh, do they? Hello! Today we're here to talk about men's purpose in this world. You know, an easy subject. Specifically, we're talking about the viewpoints of strict old-school Catholic Michael Knowles versus human shield of the MGTOWs and red pill advocate Pearl Davis. Yeah, I mean, you remember Pearl, right? She was the one who...
So make sure you go look at that now. We have whale merch, women shouldn't vote shirts, all this different stuff.
Well, may as well dive in. It's no secret that Pearl's rapidly shrinking audience base, and the audience base of the red pill community in general, is mostly lonely single men. Men who feel that they have been marginalized by society, and who feel that they are not getting the representation that they deserve. And most of their frustration comes from believing that the powers that be are not doing enough to solve their problems. And thank God that internet celebrity Pearl is here with a solution for them.
But I guess...
So what I would say to switch things, I think men shouldn't vote for either party. Because neither party is taking their issues seriously.
What a fascinating place the internet is these days. I guess all I can say is congratulations to Pearl for finding a foolproof way to get your opposition elected into office. It's your right as a citizen of any democracy to abstain from voting, but to be clear, withdrawing from politics, and especially withdrawing from society in general, is not going to get your viewpoints out there, you know, in society. And if you understand that, then it's still your choice not to vote. But please know what you're choosing. You are doing nothing except helping to perpetuate your opposition's existence. But before we get too far past the inflection point of my audience retention, let's dive into the thing that we're really here to discuss. What is men's purpose? That's the central focus of the debate, despite Pearl trying to railroad the conversation at multiple points by trying to get Michael to go on a rant about abortion. While I disagree with his thoughts on abortion, I do respect the fact that Michael never allows her to derail him, because the debate is not about abortion. The debate is about men. Michael Knowles, being a devout Catholic, has basically the same opinion on men's purpose that his father did, and his father did, and his great-grandfather did, and his great-grandfather did before him. Men should strive for personal and financial success, but their focus should be on building their relationship with God, along with creating, building, and maintaining healthy marriages, and raising happy and healthy children.
Men have certain ends. We have certain goals, right? So one of them would be, we want to have children. This is not just a preference, you know, this is an aspect of the natural law.
Don't you think they should follow their purpose and God first?
That is part of their purpose.
Okay. No.
Pearl obviously disagrees, saying that men's purpose should be whatever men's purpose men want it to be. She's a little bit liquid on that, which you would expect if you're a woman speaking on men's behalf, I guess, but that is a sentiment that seems to be unanimous across a lot of the red pill, that men should just do whatever men want to do, as long as that thing does not include women or families. Outside of making money, withdrawing from dating, and withdrawing from society as a whole, Pearl doesn't seem to have much of an idea of what men should actually be doing, and doesn't try to offer it, which is consistent with her platform, but it's sort of the point of a commentator to give some ideas, some solutions, or at least attempt to. You don't have to be right all the time, but give it an effort. Michael points out several times, correctly in my opinion, that the lack of guidance from the red pill movement leaves men in basically the same position that feminism leaves women in. Free-floating, not knowing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, but they do know that they're supposed to be making money and putting off having a family for one more year, and then one more year after that. Who needs family values, spiritual enlightenment, or personal fulfillment when you can make money and contribute to the GDP like a good neoliberal?
I agree that there's a great deal of selfishness and liberalism, but I think that's the view that you're articulating, and the view of the red pill people is basically a view that presumes a liberal, secular, individualist anthropology that is contrary to natural reason and the flourishing of men.
I honestly couldn't have said it better myself. Michael is not the first one to point out that the red pill and the rad femmes are just two halves of the same neoliberal coin, but it is good to have one more conservative out there publicly stating it. And finally, while I may do another highlights video if you guys are really into it, I do want to punctuate this video by talking about the ideological divide that I found the most personally interesting. I'll give my own thoughts in a second, but I think that this clip will speak for itself.
When women have been raised their whole lives to pursue a career rather than family, to go on the birth control pill at age 12, to go to college and study some stupid nonsense and get a $200,000 student loan as a result of that. No such thing as virtue. You just got to go get your bag, and maybe you're going to end up on OnlyFans because you can make more money doing that than you can waitressing. When they're told that for their entire lives, it's not that they don't bear any moral responsibility, but it is greatly reduced compared to someone who has proper knowledge and the exercise of their will.
Whichever side you, as a man, are on when you watch that clip, whichever side you empathize with personally, will say a lot about you.
Study some...
She chooses to, not told.
She's also told, and she chooses to.
Yes,
she's also told by the culture.
Because that's what she wants to do.
But she's also told to do it by the culture.
Because this divide is the one that separates men who hate feminism and men who hate women. And I guess that applies if you're a woman too. Women can certainly hate women. Pearl certainly proves that. But I will offer some sympathy, because I would honestly love for more men to turn on feminism openly, publicly, while also striving to be great husbands and fathers. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Like I said, I will do another 3 highlights video. I easily could. The debate's like 2.5 hours long. If you guys are into it, so let me know in the comment section if you find it interesting. And aside from that, I will see you guys in the next one.